It's a reunion. Cue the theme music. Listen. Yeah. Yes, Lord. Oh. Get that out of there. Hey everybody, it's your boy Matty Rants.
And Jamar84.
And I'm going to have to talk to you in a baby soothing voice as this is a Zoom call with many glitches. But I got my boy Jamar84 here for us to co-host a All Stars 5 review. Do me a favor, smash that like button, like hit it hard, knuckle it if you can. Do me a favor and subscribe to the channel, become a part of the Rant Pack family. Also, I'm gonna get to my friends' establishments in just a second here. Share this video. Let people know how crazy I am. You can also follow me on my social media links at MattyRants on Facebook and on Instagram and at the MattyRants on Twitter. And you know what I need? I'm broke. Donate to the channel. That's PayPal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $MattyRants, Venmo Matty-Rants. Trust and believe. I'm broke. But I have a special guest here today with all his social media links being the same thing. Jamar84. Where is Jamar? You've asked me many of times, and I am now giving you the keys to the kingdom. Jamar, where can they find you? 84.
They can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. TikTok is the only one that's different, and it's a 0. So it's Jamar840. Everything else is Jamar84. Everything else.
This is 0. The world has cracked. Listen, I have a TikTok account. I have a TikTok account too. Mine is Matty Rants on TikTok. However, I don't have one video. I'm trying to change it. I have a scenery. We're gonna work on that. Now, Jamar, I'm thankful and glad that you're here. I know a lot of people are gonna be very happy right now to see your face. They need to go to your channel to make sure they can see your face. Okay. But I had to bring Jamar in on episode 2 because I just had a feeling this was going to be some shuckery. And it surely was. Surely was.
It was,
I don't believe in some of the safe queens. One of the safe queens. One of the safe queens. I don't believe there should have been a certain queen in the bottom 3. I don't know why we're now doing bottom 3s for the second episode.
You know they have to throw that random bottom 3 in there just to throw shit out.
I said, Ru, I'm glad you came into this workroom with a wonderful suit, but your dress. Shall we go in order, sister? Because I feel it's just about to start on many different things for... I love you.
Okay, so we're gonna just be completely honest today. Okay.
Oh yes.
Let me make edits.
We're not doing the next game.
Okay, well then let's go there then.
So the episode starts off with the queens going back into that open workroom moment, you know, where all of their workstations have been pushed to the side because they haven't cleaned up just yet. Because this is now our Untucked, and this is what we're getting. So I'm like, oh, okay, but this is the intro. Now, Mariah's having a moment and we're speaking to the class, okay? Now, Mayhem and her contact lenses, Jamar, I like to say I appreciate
Girl, let's talk about it.
You know what, Fred? I get on you for yours, but yours look...
Not like that.
At all. At all.
They were either, she was highly irritated, those contacts were irritating the heck out of her eyes, or she was high as hell.
I think that personally, her body was rejecting the bullshit on her irises, okay? On the entire bulbous of the eye. Like, what is this Aiden Zane contact lens doing on here?
It was not working for her.
That's not the issue. Well, that wasn't the issue, though. No, Jujubee's lipstick choice was Mayhem's issue. And Mayhem's known her for so long that she thought she was going to Miller time it with her. And that way, there would be, we're good, sis. You can't take me out. I thought we were friends. We're doing this game today. Jujubee in her classic
I mean,
how did she do it, Jamar? She started to BS her and go, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry I did this.
Girl, I mean, it's like she gave a reason. She didn't make it up. She was like, I voted for you to go home because I thought Derek's was just a little bit funnier. And it's no tea.
Again, if you notice any issues, forgive us. This is a first-time process. I'm here for Jujubee. I personally think her reasons for wanting Derek to stay are silly because Derek wasn't funny. But those are just facts. He wasn't funny.
But then again, was Derek not funny? Was her being not funny, was it worse than Mayhem, whatever that was?
Ooh. I think the malice and I think my malice for Derek is what won me into like just vote Derek in. Mayhem. Oh, now that we're talking about this, between Mayhem and Derek, who deserved to go home?
Last week.
No, we did not, because this is where the glitches start. I would say, no, I would still pick Derek.
I would have voted for Mayhem to go home.
I enjoy our lipstick conversation.
I say that only because Derek is more interesting, TV-wise.
Oh, Jamar with a different opinion.
No, because, I mean, the India and Derek thing was fascinating. Like, Mayhem is friends with everyone.
We were going to get that to go on further. We were going to do another couple episodes of Derek Barry versus India.
If it wasn't going to be Derek and India, it was going to be Derek and somebody else.
Listen, I didn't want the ghost of Britney Spears' Christmas Past to be the person who I'd have to sit through 3 to 4 episodes with to watch the oldest, not oldest living drag queen existing do something, okay? But that's not what we're talking about today, but being Jamar.
We'll be here all day.
Yes. Jujubee basically apologized to Mayhem. Not really. Then,
not really.
The following day, when the queens return into the workroom, Angina's minding her bald-headed business when Miss Cracker decides to break the saltine and say, hey, Angina, pick up. Hey, bitch. I wanted you to go home yesterday. And I was going to bend the lacrement with some whiteout.
I'm like...
She couldn't get no sleep, Jamar. Remind yourself. Crackers couldn't get no sleep. Because of that.
Eliminate Angina. I was looking like Angina in the confessionals. I'm like, where did the hell did that come from?
The reach, girl, it was like, you're over once again, minding my bald-headed business over here thinking about today. And then all of a sudden, hi, do you believe in God? That was really that. I was sitting in the house.
Not Jehovah's Witness.
I was watching TV. I had my popcorn. I had a libation rolled up, and I got a knock from 3 people in cheap suits. Listen, Angina, it was funny when you were reading her in your confessional, low-key, high-key, not really. But this episode was telling. So it's like...
this was hard to watch.
But Cracker needed to mind her business. Period.
It was very strange.
It was.
You want people to...
Oh, what if it was the producers who told her to ask that question, though, or be like, "Who did you want to go home?" Because it's like, yeah, like we just showed up today. It's 68 degrees in this room, and this is where we start. Oh, okay.
It's first thing in the morning.
Listen, all I know is after all that took place, Rupaul showed up into the room in a suit that I wasn't mad about. I actually like this suit. Lets us know this is a girl group challenge with celebrity crushes. And the song is, what is it? I'm in love? I'm in love.
I'm in love.
Oh, genius.
Innovate.
India is given the responsibility of not sending someone home or winning $10,000. India is given the responsibility of choosing who her biggest competition is. She chooses Shea Coulee.
Fair.
She chooses
That would be
Blair.
mine.
Right? Then Blair St. Clair.
That's where I raise my eyebrow.
Mariah Paris Balenciaga.
She's like,
now hold on. Please keep Mariah for her confessionals. First of all, actually, side note, Mariah and Jujubee are the narrators of this season so far, in my opinion. Shea Coulee adds some real good stuff, but she's really she's very nice right now and very, oh, cool. But Jujubee and Mariah, especially Mariah, in this episode alone, which is another reason why I was mad she's at the bottom. I'm like, girl.
I'm gonna wait till we get to like the rehearsals to where Mariah cackled me.
So Blair and Shea actually end up being team captains from this India Farah of a choice. And teams are picked. Now the teams are as follows. Shea picked Mariah and Angina. Well, Shea picked Mariah. Angina was last.
But they gotta get that right.
India picked Jujubee and Alexis Mateo. She was sticking to her roots, the old seasons. Y'all caught that? So Blair picked Miss Cracker and Mayhem Miller. You know, sometimes children pick the people they went to elementary, middle school with, you know, and Blair just made it to 9th grade. So she chose basically her. Well, I actually, these girls look like they would be her professors. So I don't know where we're going with this. Anywho, the groups have been chosen. And what happened? Did something cross your spirit?
I was like, oh, they do look older.
Everyone is her mother on this season. They start picking people who they want to profess their love to. Of course, everybody wants to go the comedy route because it's RuPaul's Drag Race. Blair chooses Hannibal Lecter.
I was like, okay.
And while we're at it, let's just get into rehearsals too. You heard her real voice the first time. The second time, maybe probably was the 10th time they shot that, was when you heard a better version of her voice.
Would she want that?
She did. Miss Cracker.
There's so many people got fillers.
In our fillers this season, with no fillers. Ooh, okay. Oh, my breath. Miss Cracker chooses Sylvester Stallone because she's been working on this since she got off of her season. I'm on a roll. I know. Okay, hold on. Mayhem Miller chooses Mr. Rogers. I mean, someone had to be in her neighborhood other than Mariah and the rest of West Hollywood. Mayhem's rehearsal was terrible. Miss Crackers did hers very quickly and well. We're done. So Alexis Mateo, Jujubee and India Farah's team, I believe, was next. Alexis Mateo chose Daddy Janky. I had no idea.
But
Janky. I had no idea that Y was a J. The Mandela effect is real with Alexis Mateo.
Okay.
Jujubee chooses John Stamos because she wants her 40 and up crowd to remember that she was on Drag Race for season 2 and All Stars 1.
I mean.
And India Farah chose Justin Timberlake to troll Eric Berry. Fight me on it. Fight me on it.
I didn't even think about
that. They all did good, in my opinion.
All of them?
I was trying to be nice after my jokes. Why?
All of them?
Okay, there we go. Shea Coulee chose Chadwick. Hold on. Shea Coulee chose Chadwick Boseman. I was actually.
As would I.
You would have chose Chadwick Boseman?
Well, no, but I would have chosen Michael B. Jordan.
Okay. Oh, it got worse. Okay. Who would I have chosen? Ooh, I know who I would have chosen. It'd have been an Idris Elba moment for me, or The Rock, or Vin Diesel, or Morris Chestnut.
I thought about it.
Angina chose Henry.
I mean, he's not ugly.
close the door. Angina, close that door. Because when you brought him up, I was like, so what happened? This was just you just speaking about people that you were Googling the day before you left for Drag Race? Stop. And you were sick. You lost your voice. Yeah. But Mariah said it best. It was like Finding Dory. Woo! Drag.
Mariah. Mariah.
She is dragging her girl. I was so. But when Mariah, who after reading somebody for their foolishness, chose Jason Momoa, who is another choice of mine that I would have chosen. Oh my God.
But called him Superman.
First of all, we could have done a Dothraki joke from Game of Thrones with Jason Momoa. Like,
oh, that's right.
Yeah. Hello, and you know,
I forgot he was.
He straight up was one of the best parts of Game of Thrones, and I was very mad.
Visually, yes.
Honey, that scene, yes. Those people were good, except for Angina. Mariah, no, she wasn't actually that good. Shay was the only one. We were nervous. Choreography also took place later. Do I really need to go through this, y'all? Can I just
not really.
Shay.
I mean, other than the fact that people felt like Cracker was taking over. That's really the only.
Is it the Brita syndrome? Is it that? Lies. The Jackie Cox effect. That New York producer mentality.
Is it? Maybe it's because they must have edited because it didn't seem nearly as overbearing.
Cracker was more self-produced her season than in this season, where in this season it feels like she's producing others. I do agree with Jamar that this does feel like, so did y'all just clip this in where there are not any good moments with her? You also showed Miss Cracker always giving the worst faces when it came to certain people and situations. Like, it would always be like,
baby, they were awful.
I said the camera
she'd be rolling her eyes, looking crazy.
The camera is focusing.
Trying to, at least.
There were pillows. It was interesting. Shea Coulee and them did a good job. Alexis Mateo.
Had to choreograph.
That choreography was kind of rock. It was just not what it needed to be.
I was like, what are we doing? The heel toe? Like, what?
Girl, the heel. To the left, to the left, to the left. Now dip. That was the Cupid shuffle. She was giving them Cupid shuffle teas.
Because I'm like, wait a minute, this is not what I would anticipate choreography, especially given off her first All-Stars variety show.
Down, do that.
Now, I'd love to be a good Cupid shuffle now.
Now, we can do the Cupid shuffle. We're on to the main stage here, people. So RuPaul came out in one of the ugliest dresses I have ever seen on an individual, period.
Let's talk about it, because I was like, I want to like this so bad. The wig is amazing.
You know what's good is the wig has been real. Delta, we missed you. Okay, I haven't flown with you in a minute, and also Delta Work, we missed you too. I'm just saying. No, I love Delta, but the hair's right. The makeup hasn't been bad. It's only been 2 episodes. I'm still waiting. But that dress, the first dress was not great. This second one, I didn't think that was going to swallow it up so badly, but yikes.
The shape was just, I'm like, what is happening? I don't even like the colors. I don't like
the colors. The colors, girl. That's where I was like.
Anything about this. Anything.
Why?
I don't like anything about this.
At all. Nothing about it. There are 2 guest judges this week that I want to give one attention to. Tessa Thompson. Valkyrie, for the Marvel people who need to understand that reference of who is she. She was also in Annihilation. She's a great, and Creed 1 and 2. She's a great actress, y'all.
Isn't she Janelle Monáe's girlfriend?
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Part of the community. We love you, Tessa Thompson. So we're going to continue on with this. Because There are two people who I'm tired of seeing on my television, and that's Nico Tortorelli or Rella or whatever on Legendary for no reason, y'all, and everyone's mad just like me about it. No business being there, Jamar. And now Madison Beer, for the second time, has shown up on Drag Race. The first time I saw you, you were behind the scenes making Chanel's life a living hell. Look up those tweets, everybody.
Oh, I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, ooh, we don't like you.
Oh, we don't. We don't. We didn't. we never did.
I mean, I didn't know who she was prior to Quiet as Kept.
Thank you. And I had to look her up, and then I saw there was one song that was actually decent. And I said, okay, she has a voice, but it's they've produced her too much to where she sounds like everybody else. So here's the problem. Mm-hmm. Here she is on this show giving critiques and opinions about queens and how their drag needs to be. And I'm reminded of what I saw with Chanel. So it just made me a little bit like, ugh. But anywho, I guess she was sitting in a seat, and there were somewhere there too. So we had a Rusical.
That we did.
I personally was not the biggest fan of this Rusical.
It was bad.
Okay, good. Then we agree. It was pretty bad. It was bad. The songs, I don't know how to, I know somebody has critiqued me not going in depth with these things, even though it's like, girl, we don't need to. We all saw the episode. Here's a skimming. Everybody's lyrics were awkward except for Shea Coulee's.
Essentially. I mean, I tried to give like mild. No, I cringed when India said I felt very attacked.
Oh,
That's awkward.
Oh God.
She looked good though.
I didn't think Mariah did as bad as what they were saying. I thought her outfit was a little cheap. I thought Miss Cracker's lyrics were good, but when we get to the runway, I think that's what put her in safe because it's seen it. No, y'all, I honestly was tuning out of a lot of them, and then a couple people's outfits were ill-fitting. Blair.
Whoa.
Did it fit? Because to me, I was trying to figure out why.
That thing was swallowing her whole. I was like, Blair looks so tiny and frail in that outfit, honey.
Ooh, she was moving around and her costume was doing the work. That was where the rhythm was coming from. I wasn't in love with this Rusical.
But Shea looked amazing.
Shea murdered her whole part. I was like, oh, okay, so this is what this is, a clear front runner. Next is the runway. Love the skin you're in. So this needs to be flesh tone looks. Flesh tone looks. India Ferris. Oh, when she says I went to represent all the colors
of manure.
And I have a little heart on the side. This is a highly edited picture. Okay, let me get off of this.
I hated it.
Gave me one of your filters. No, I'm kidding.
Fuck you.
I am okay with it. I don't hate it. To me, it is low-key a figure skating outfit or a Dancing with the Stars look for someone who has been accused of being racist and wanted to not be accused of being racist anymore. It's not that it is racist. It's just the outfit itself it's ugly. So
it was horrible. It was horrible. It was ugly. It was brown and ugly.
So goodbye to that.
Her makeup looked amazing though.
Well, we've talked about that shotgun makeup. It's okay. How about the next person, Jamar? Who was next?
Jujubee.
I didn't like the hair, friend.
I
didn't like the hair, friend. I hated it.
I was like,
It
was falling out of shape.
It was like doing this.
I don't like the dress either.
I'm okay with the dress, but I wanted more length. I was Alexis Mateo in Untucked, and even though Mayhem had the nerve to talk about someone else's look, she was right that it needed another inch. That crinoline underneath it was a cute touch to give it something, but she needed a va-va boom bottom with that dress. But that wig is, to me, what took away from that dress, in my opinion, because it was that kind of pinkish purple, and it really blended with her skin almost too much to where the dress became color. Does that make sense? Like, it was like, this seemed warmer than the dress did. The face and the hair seemed warmer than the dress to me.
Yeah, I think the hair was supposed to be like the focal point, but the fact that it was so distracting
it was
at the same time.
It was rock, paper, scissors, no. So who's next? Alexis Mateo made her outfit. I am not mad at this. I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it. It was classic drag, high, updo, like
do and do.
But
I'm a fan of
Alexis. I really
Alexis.
have nothing else.
I'm a fan of Alexis. It's hard because, you know, we were rooting for her way back. And then also in All Stars 1 as well. Your Alexis, come on now. So for me, it's hard for Alexis to do wrong because she gives me the same Alexis I remember from the show. Like, even her confessionals. Quick moment here. We forgot to mention a joke from Jujubee with the IRA for the $20,000. She's like, do you know what I could do with $20,000 going into an IRA? Me working at a bank, I was crying with laughter on that one because I was like, truly, you could turn that into something. She's not lying. She's not lying.
I mean, at least she's thinking smart.
Sorry, I had to put that in because I was just watching it this morning and I giggled again. But back to Alexis Mateo. This is a clean look. She tailored it very well. It fits her body. The hair was right. I was cool with the makeup. I was good.
There was nothing I could really. It was classic drag.
I wasn't wowed, but I was good with it. So who's next on the agenda of these 9 queens?
Blair Sinclair.
All right. I get to be nice and nasty. Let's do the nasty first. So when I saw this, I said, Monet Exchange. I yelled it so loud. I was like, Monet Exchange. That pink and the Pink Panther kind of look. Okay, that was the first.
Yeah. Because I was like, wait, what did Monet? Oh, that's right.
I just yelled it like, Monet Exchange. But this isn't Monet Exchange. This is Detox meets Monet Exchange. So here's the giggle. This is not the challenge. However, I live and breathe for the entirety of this look. It is puss. Her look was very well done. To me, though, it was the skin you're in. I would have been fine with an alabaster white dress. I'd have been fine. I'd have been fine.
I mean, I could see why Michelle had a problem with it, but it's like, I feel like she sort of took it in a different direction than what, like, on the nose, which I appreciated.
I agree. And I wouldn't have been as negative as Michelle about, I would have said, now, girl, you're not pink. I mean, if you get hit hard enough. I'm just saying, Mama would give me Technicolor Dream Coat if she ever fell down some stairs.
Oh, Lord.
But to me, it was a great look. I just was like, I would have liked to seen something actually flesh tone, but I thought it was amazing. It
made her stand out. Whether or not it's for the right or wrong reasons is up to you, but
I know she was gagged when Michelle kind of like got her together a little bit, and then thank God Carson was there to mend that fence to be like, I thought it was fine, and Michelle's just blinking.
I liked it. I actually really had a positive response to it.
It is in the top looks of the week, personally, for me, so I'm putting it up in top 3 for sure. Who's next, Jamar?
Miss Cracker. I hated it. Because I hated it from the expression on her face when she walked past. I hated it from the coronavirus shield she was putting over her face. I was hoping she was going to remove it. I'm like, this thing is distracting. I hate it.
Do you all love my outfit? Is it wonderful? Look, and this is the bottom of my dress. So there you go. Like, okay, let's be clear. We've seen this dress plenty of times at drag prom. drag con. And it's that same little short front, long tail back, nothing but tulle. We have seen this dress. Now, whether Cracker made it or not, whatever. And if she did, good for her. Good for her. Yeah. And the wig we know she did, that wig was high and mighty.
Oh, yeah, we know her wigs.
That thing had a whole studio apartment up in there, girl. She was charging rent in that sucker. But to me, she seemed very washed out.
Very the nanny.
You saying that Fran Drescher had taste.
Mayhem was up next. And she said she was just dripping in jewels. It was just so fine and so elegant. I just dropped my remote and I hate everything about it.
She was dripping in $3.50 after tax, Kraft, Michael's store, all of that. It was very, are you kidding me? You put those cheap things on that cheap dress? Miss Thing, we were dragging you for walking into the room with a $39 Amazon outfit. We gave you the benefit of the doubt. Then you re-wore an outfit that you wore for a whole lip sync performance that you were known to be GIF worthy for. You caught that same outfit. I said, okay, these are 2 repeats. Then I see you on this good old stage with that wig that did not belong with that dress at all.
That wig washed her out. I feel like that washed her out.
That dress was an embarrassment. And that's the nicest thing I can say about it. And I'm gonna, Mayhem, I like you a lot, but.
Oh yeah, we love me, but I'm just like, some of these are choices.
That was ew! Hated it.
But you know what? Surprisingly.
No.
I preferred this over what India had on. I hated.
This is where you lose your credibility. You see how this happens? Over India's? Listen. India's looked like it had cheaper fabric and still had more money invested into it. What she stoned her dress with was at least $10 more expensive. Let's not do this today. Who is the next queen?
$10.
That's right. A good old crispy 10. Who is next? Because you got me mad on Mayhem's old yucky ass dress. It was safe.
Well, despite Mayhem's atrocity, we are repaid with Shea Coulee and her Nubian goddess and her nipples.
Production level.
I said, oh!
Production level. That is Beyonce, Jennifer Lopez, and anybody else who actually has people show up to their concerts. Well, more Beyonce than Jennifer. That is production tour level outfit. She also had the jewelry of Africa, the African jewelry that extends
the neck.
Yes, honey. And she had her
even the makeup,
the natural fro in, It was right. The makeup was there. The walk was severe. Them hips were turning the corners and telling people, come up and see me sometime. This ain't no black and white movie. This is color.
Shay, I was like nobody else was in the room.
The show ended. She won the competition. We all went home happy. 2 episodes was needed. Shea Coulee, you did that. Pussy, darling, pussy. Did someone have to go after her? Because, oh, yes, they did.
Unfortunately.
There was this young lady named Angina, who had a few doves swallow her alive, but left her head. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do this today because it was Carson who read the when he said it looks like an egg on a bird.
I was like, yes, that is exactly what she looks like. That is exactly what she looks like.
I was
she said, it looks like a little egg in a
You know what? Here's the crazy part. It's a beautiful, beautiful look. But
But once you
because
said that, I couldn't unsee it.
because her head was up there like that. So all I could think about was that. Right. I could not. It was a great dress, but man, she needed a little Nina Flowers moment on top of that hair, a little squiggly.
Something, a little accent, a little.
I mean,
something. When I tell you, I screamed. I was like, Carson.
It was one of the most unintentionally funny moments of the episode.
Because I don't think he was trying to be like.
He wasn't trying to.
That was a read.
Yes, it was such. I was like, girls.
Mariah.
That mug is undeniable. It is unclockable.
Mug for days.
But I'm like, I want that. I want that because I liked her look personally. I liked the face too. I was here for the hair. Again, I was really confused with Mariah's placement this week, but I was here for it. She was serving.
I mean, if they had to pick a bottom three outside of the ones that they did, I guess.
No, Mayhem, Angina, India. Yeah, we're here. We're
I tried to save it.
Can't save India all the time. Derek's not there to go home first. Judging commences, things happen and take place. We saw this, y'all. Like, come on now. Shea Coulee is the winner. Mayhem, Alexis, and Miss Cracker were safe. Mayhem, we were wondering what the hell was happening here. Like, how?
But her performance wasn't bad enough.
Mariah, Angina, India were in the bottom. Blair, Jujubee, top scores. Shea Coulee is given a tough decision on who to eliminate. Not really, because Angina offers herself up as tribute. So
but she laid it out for you. She made the decision for you.
You guys, I mean, I it was like, okay, here we go. Miss Cracker literally sitting there like, did I cause this? Oh my God, I feel so bad now. And that.
You mean you feel bad for coming at her neck out of the goddamn blue sky?
We almost dropped that point, y'all. Excuse us for this, because we are going all over the place with this review. The narrative for Miss Cracker this episode was very interesting.
I was confused.
Girl. So we were a bully in the beginning, and then we have regrets because she's just a person who's a mental thinker, and that, oh, I'm not trying to give that impression, but then 5 minutes later, that's the impression you're giving. And then, oh my God, I can't believe this is, it was like, so you were mean and now you're not mean. Please don't think I'm mean. Like, don't hate me. Okay, listen.
It felt very forced.
It did. I think that with her season, she played the game too much in here. And now with this season, this has now spread out here. So if you're in a group,
realize it.
If you're in a group with her, you're now pulled into that. And if you're not as tight as she is, she's now controlling the situation. It's an interesting narrative that is going to play out this season. She will be somewhat of I wouldn't say villain, because I know a lot of you are fragile and you don't want your queen to be the villain, but I'm going to be real with you. They're giving her a partial villain edit. Partial.
That's going to be a hard sell to extend past 2 to 3 episodes, because I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous. This is honestly ridiculous. I see they're trying to do it next week with her and Alexis. I'm like, what?
And now they're going to make okay, so so you see how they're playing that out, because Alexis, by those who like Miss Cracker, are not going to be coming for Alexis, especially those who don't care for people of color. And it's just going to go down. I mean, can we just talk about it?
But I would give Drag Race some sort of solace in them posting that we're not going to accept, any sort of racist comments to our Black queen. Let's see how much they're going to actually hold tight to that, because buckle up.
I just wish that energy was held during the Vixen season, but I'll continue.
Woo, the Vixen, Nina's season.
Oh, the season where we were dragged for Nina's season. So, okay. See how we got off topic? This is why me and Jamar don't do videos like this no more.
This is why the reactions were better.
Or we really need a podcast just going on for this. But basically, Angina gave herself up. Cracker felt bad. We were like, okay, send Angina home. Now, Shea Coulee comes back in with a somewhat altered look, but it's almost the same. It was kind of severe. I was like, okay, work. And we have our lip sync assassin. I saw Cameron Michaels' boots, but
I thought it was too.
But I would have liked to have had Cameron Michaels saved for a Miss Cracker win episode.
Really?
I want a rematch.
Oh, that's right. Oh, maybe I remember Miss Cracker was doing one of these numbers.
She was trying her hardest to look over there.
Oh God, yeah. Shout out to Jada.
Love you, Jada Essence Hall. Thank you for being an amazing queen. We appreciate you. Alyssa Edwards is there. And of course it's like, uh-oh.
I was so excited.
That's a threat. So it's like, uh-oh. And she was in a good old, nice old tacky outfit to dance in. Yes, yes, yes. Neon colors, lots of tassels, lots of jazz. The song.
And man, all of the works.
What was this? I don't know. I don't remember the name of the songs. Or was it Neutron Dance? Is that right? It was the Pointer Sisters?
Oh, yeah. Neutron Dance by the Pointer Sisters.
Okay. Neutron Dance by the Pointer Sisters. I'm liking the fact they're bringing lip sync assassins in because it is making the lip syncs a bit better, in my opinion. There is at least one person cutting up on stage.
It gives it like some sort of unpredictability. It's like, okay, who's it going to be? Who's the next person going to be? Like, what kind of assassin are they?
Will it
are they the Alaska type of assassin,
right,
or Cameron Michaels type of assassin?
Is it the solo vote that's going to be the cause of who goes home, or is it going to be the group consensus that then is made? I like this twist, Jamar. I like it because it's like
it keeps you, and the overlapping tip, baby. It puts a fire. Like, okay, if they do win, I'm trying to get them 20, 30.
Better yet, I don't want the girls to win so we can get to my episode when I win so I can take the $50,000 or $40,000 home and they can be like, well, what happened? Well, they couldn't cut it against the assassins. I stepped up and took their coin. Ka-ching. Shea Coulee won.
I was honestly somewhat disappointed. I was like, Alyssa, you did not turn it out like I was expecting you to turn it out.
I think that Alyssa didn't do it that way on purpose, or she just didn't know the song as well as we thought she was probably going.
Because I was like, what is this?
She did nice. It was good, but it wasn't like severe or fierce. Like Shea was so big.
Oh, baby. Shea was like, Shea was performing as if she was going against the Alyssa that we were expecting.
Yeah, Shea was like, okay, this is Alyssa. I'm gonna have to cut up. And Alyssa, I felt was like, let's give this to Shea, is what I felt like Alyssa was doing with that performance versus Evie, who was like, oh, girl, no, girl. This is my shit. I lip sync. You just stand there.
Baby, Evie did that.
You know, I love me some Evies now.
Okay.
Listen, Shea picked Angina. Angina's flower was cut. She had a good run for the 2 episodes she was. Listen, let me just say this about Angina real quick. Without season 1, we wouldn't have an All-Stars 5. You wouldn't have a message board to go to complain about things. You wouldn't have a relevancy of the 5 people who agree with your opinion. And 3 of those 5 people are the other 3 accounts that you have. Angina is the royalty and a legend, as are a lot of the season 1 sisters, those who went home early and those who were a mess. They're legends. And that respect should be given. And that's where I want to say on that. I will say, I know Angina is disappointed that after every All-Stars that she tried to get on, and that was a lot of them.
All of them.
All of them.
And she was kind of, I remember she was in All-Stars 1 driving the van.
She's done a lot. So she's been, I'm just glad to have seen her on the show. Untucked. I don't have anything to untuck about. I'm sorry. I wasn't really feeling Untucked this week. Jamar, do you have any thoughts on Untucked?
Other than the fact that, the only thing that I thought was funny was that Miss Cracker said that, I've heard these queens that are like, I don't want to be safe, I want to be judged. She was like, girl, I'll see what the judges have to say about me when I watch it on TV. I'm glad I'm being safe. That was the only part that made me cackle a little bit. But other than that,
low key, I agree with that.
Okay, because I'm like, girl,
I will wait until a year later when I am home in my house because my feelings will not be hurt by that time because I have become stable in I was eliminated this episode and we know why, or I won and I'm sitting here. So there you go. I agree with you.
Exactly.
I like Alexis Mateo throwing shade at Miss Cracker.
For the preview of the next episode, or what?
No, she was doing it on Untucked, remember? And she was like, I just wish that was you we could have picked.
You saw, it was so funny because you can tell that Cracker was trying to be, she was trying to extend solidarity for, her being
But Alexis was like, nah, you came for my sis. Fuck you.
Miss Cracker was like, damn, really? I'm trying to
I was so ignorant. I love that moment.
Oh God.
Okay, listen. This was a decent episode. I'm not gonna say this was the best, but it wasn't by any means where we're like, oh my God, this is All Stars 5 is showing up. Now, what this next episode is gonna bring, I'm excited for. Because now that I'm being real with you, 2 people have gone and we have 8 queens left. Oh, actually, after this next elimination, I'll be really here in the competition. Excuse me. Ooh, oh Lord, he already knows the tea. Listen, Jamar, final thoughts?
I was unsure how I was going to feel about All Stars 5, given that they've kind of had like a rocky start, but I'm enjoying it thus far for what it is. And I know the later seasons with this whole new twist is going to get a lot more interesting, so I'm here for it. I'm excited.
They need to keep this twist, but I'm okay with adding another twist. Yeah, as a matter of fact, funnel cake it. Just weave that sucker through. I want a lot of stuff. I want it to be to the point to where when they think they won, they're like, psych! Actually, the person who went on first wins. Da 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 da. Like just ruin it. Like just make them feel real bad. Like
then we'll go back to All Stars 3 and
I think they do need to explore teams again, but in a whole other fashion. And if one person gets sent home, if one person that team gets sent home, the other person has to run it solo for the rest of the competition, which will make it a little difficult in team scenarios. Or when it gets down to another team and there's 1-1, they're automatically forced to be put on a team together in order to continue on. Somewhat of a one person being sent home, not 2 people. Because that was like, you sent half of a team we liked. Well, actually, honey, if we're being very honest, there was only one team I didn't care for in All Stars 1, and they went home first. So
I was about to say Mimi and Pandora.
That was like the meh of all mess. Like meh. Anywho, okay. Good episode, good stuff. Hey y'all, if we forgot something, it's because we were so focused on this Zoom call going the way it did. There has been glitches throughout. So if you stuck through here and you gave a thumbs up, we appreciate and we like you. We love you. Jamar, tell everybody where they can find you on your social media links.
Again, everything is at Jamar84. That's Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, except for TikTok, which is Jamar840. Very simple.
Yes. And for me, it's at MattyRants on Instagram and on Facebook, and on Twitter, it's at the MattyRants, and on TikTok at MattyRants. I don't have any videos. Don't I'll get there. Anywho, and if you want to donate to the channel, please and thank you. That's paypal.me/MattyRants. Cash out $MattyRants. Venmo MattyRants. Thank you, Jamar, for being here and dealing with the internet signal. God.
It's fine. I had a great time.
Sooner or later, I'll be in a nice old mansion and I'll have the biggest Wi-Fi router giving you PlayStation 5 meets Xbox, whatever that modem is. That will be there soon, children. Hugs and kisses. Our best love and wishes to you. It's your boy, Matty Rants.
And Jamar84.
It's been so long since we've done that. We will talk to y'all on our own shit. We'll do this again sometime. We'll get a better internet. Bye, y'all.
Bye.